Hey everybody, Marcos Villegas being joined here with Abner, who rematches Leo Santa Cruz coming up June 9th at the Staples Center. And Abner, I feel like I've been talking to you about this rematch for like 2 years now. It's been a long wait. It's been a long time. I know it got pushed back for a variety of reasons. How does it feel to, at this point, I guess, know that you're going to fight him on June the 9th?
It has been. It's almost going to be 3 years since we last fought. I mean, time flies, right? And you can't say that, oh yeah, they're fighting 3 years later and they're washed out. No, we're still in our prime. We're actually champions both. People don't know I'm a regular champion at WBA and he's super champion at WBA. So we're both champions. We're, you could say, unifying, or we're like fighting for the regular championship. I don't know, but what I'm saying is that either of us have changed in a bad way. If anything, we've become better fighters. And it's been that long, brother. I'm excited to be here. Nothing's promised. Right now we have the press conference. It made it official, but anything can happen.
I was going to ask you about
knock on wood, injuries.
Is there like a little worry, like, man?
Always, brother, always going into any fight, not just this one. Anything can happen, but I ask God that He keeps us both healthy and throughout this whole camp and makes us, get with all fairness and health, to our fight come June 9th.
In terms of the training and preparing for Leo this time, you've had so much time now. How is that process, having all this time to focus on just one guy?
Well, not really.
I know you had the Cuellar fight, but
I had 2 other fights, prior to that, where I had to get my attention on,
But it's always, even in the build-up to those.
Been in my head.
Well, the questions have always been Leo, even when you had those other fights.
But it's not like I sit there and I'm gonna box him this way when I do fight him 2-3 years from now. No. Once the fight gets made, now you sit down and be like, all right, I'm coming out with the game plan. But it's not me, really. It's the coach, Robert Garcia. Me, I'm just gonna go in there and listen to Robert. Whatever he tells me, I'm gonna go in there and really do it this time. Not like my last fight against Leo, where I just threw out the game plan out the window and made it pleasing fight, but not the fight I wanted.
What do you remember most about Leo Santa Cruz sharing the ring with him? What sticks out to you the most?
His bowling punch. I mean, it's not something that it's hidden. And people know about his bowling punch. Even on TV, you can see he throws a lot. So he could overwhelm you with the bowling punches. But if you go back, I was stuck right in front, toe-to-toe with him, and did just as well. I think my mistake was when I started boxing him. So, I mean, that lets you know that, at his strong, I could still be a good fighter. So just finding the right gaming plan, the right way to actually capitalize and be the better fighter that night.
In terms of fighting someone like Leo, who's a volume puncher, who throws a lot of punches, so that when it comes to like maybe judges looking at it, they're going to look at his activity over someone who's sharpshooting him. How do you approach that type of a fight? Like, how do you beat a volume puncher? Do you out-volume him? Do you have to stick and move and make him look bad and miss a lot?
I mean, if I was a coach telling a student, I would tell him to go in and out, box in and out. But knowing myself, I'm a good bowling puncher too. I could stay in there and trade with the bowling puncher as him, and as I demonstrated in 2015. So, I mean, there's many ways on my side. Am I going to tell you how I'm going to do it? No, I'm not. But I am telling you that I am not only going to do one thing in the ring. I'm going to do, various things, just change it up, because you have to against a world champion like himself. I know he's a smart fighter too, and he demonstrated it when he fought Frampton for the second time. We thought that he was going to get beaten again, and he went out there and just outboxed a good Frampton.
You mentioned 3 years since the first fight. Leo's had fights as well. His last fight was the same night you fought. You guys shared a card together. He fought Chris Avalos. Did he look like the same Leo to you? Did he look like a better Leo to you? Did he look like he did the things that he did in your fight? How was your assessment in that last fight that he had?
I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I have not seen it. I have not seen his fight. I did not stay for his fight. I won. I went and celebrated with my, posse, and I did not stick to watch. I have not seen it on replay. But what I've heard from people, that he did take too many punches, that, he did beat no disrespect to Avalos, but a washed out Avalos who was coming out of 2 defeats by knockout, I think. I mean, but you can't. I don't go based on his last performance. I know what Leo's capable of doing. I know the type of fighter he is, and I just leave it at that.
In terms of the fights, I remember I spoke to you after the first fight, and I told you, why didn't you box?
Yeah.
And everyone was expecting you to box because they felt that's where you had the main advantage. How much of a difference will this fight be compared to the first one? Will it be a different fight, or do you think there'll be a lot of similarities?
Man, I could sit here and say it and maybe lie to you again and say, hey, I got a game plan that's gonna be, and it might be that, but you gotta understand, it wasn't my first time, but one of my biggest fights in 2015 when I fought him. The crowd got to me, I ain't gonna lie. And I just felt like I had to please the crowd. I felt like I said, I threw out the game plan out the window and just decided to just brawl it out. So he did tell me that I could have boxed, and there's so many things I could have done different. Now I get the chance, and now I'm gonna prove it.
Does it tug on you having this fight, this result hanging over you? Is it something that's really bothered you?
It is, and I'm happy again. I'm blessed. Thanks to Al Heyman for making this possible. It's happening. You know, I get the chance. Not too many people get the chance to actually redeem themselves. You know, change things. You know, get a rematch. And I'm having it against Leo Santa Cruz. You know, one of the best fighters right now. A lot of people have him, you know, as one of the top pound for pound Mexican fighters. I'm just looking forward to demonstrating to myself, first of all, and also to my fans that I'm still deserving of this level of fights.
Now, you mentioned if you win this fight, you want fights with a lot of the people at 126. You mentioned the winner of Frampton Donier, Russell Diaz. If you had a preference, would you go into a rubber match with Leo, or do you want to go out and try to unify the division to get the fights with those other fighters?
If I had a preference and the fight turns out to be just as exciting, I'll go rematch, rubber match. 3 fights, let's make it happen. Why? And I ain't gonna lie to you, and I gotta lie to you because people know it's business. You know, let's sell it out again, let's fight again, it turned out to be a good fight. It's not staged, it's nothing. We go out there and really give our best, and it's just the type of styles that we have. They make out to be exciting fights. So if I could get that third matchup, let's do it. But if not, you know who? And you're going to be surprised who I'm going to say.
Who are you going to say? Lomachenko?
No.
Okay. I don't know. There's so many people at that weight division.
I'm going to name 2 fighters.
All right, name them.
Number 1, in my weight class, if I could get the chance right after this one, if I win, Oscar Valdez.
That'd be a good fight, style-wise.
And if I cannot get it in this weight class, and I get the chance for a world title at another weight class, if they guarantee me another world championship in another weight class, Gervonta Davis.
You want Tank?
I want the Tank. I want to see how he looks against Cuellar, a guy I beat already. I think he should beat him easy. I ain't gonna lie. I think he should beat him easy. But I would like that fight against Tank at 130. That's if he can still make the weight.
How does that fight play out in your eyes? How do you see it?
I just walk him down. I walk him down. I mean, the guy could box for 3 rounds and then he gets tired. I like it. That's all I gotta say. He moves well, but if you give him that pressure, smart pressure, and with the man like myself that has been in this business for that long, I mean, I could do a lot against a Tank.
Stir in the pot, Abner. Stir in the pot. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope all goes well in camp and the fight actually goes and happens on the date it's supposed to happen. Abner Mars right here rematching Leo Santa Cruz coming up June 9th at the Staples Center.